Yeah, this is a great beginning to an episode.
M0V.log, episode, I think it's 8.
We don't keep track anymore.
Well, I
No,
mean, this is going to probably be released later.
Why don't we just go off of name and not by episode number?
I guess, yeah.
This movie fucking sucks.
Alright.
That's my name. That's my title. I'll write it.
Alright.
I don't think iTunes allows you to put fucking.
We can put an asterisk.
I mean, the Mega 64 podcast is
Ducking,
listed
just
as
like the
clean,
phone does.
even though they like curse every second, which I think is really funny. It's in the kids section.
I'm Christian.
I'm Renick.
Andrew.
This is a special guest
This is
star.
Special guest / newcomer.
Hello.
The voice is so good. I love it.
I'm Noah.
This is Noah.
This is
Hi.
Noah.
Welcome,
This is
Noah.
Noah.
Batman vs Superman, All Justice.
Yep. Is Dawn of Justice really a good title for this movie?
I feel
It's
like
a subtitle.
I honestly feel like the movie had like 5 different scripts. And
Yeah.
One of them was called Man of Steel 2. One of them was called Batman 1. One of them was called Batman vs Superman. And one of them was called Dawn of Justice.
Well, you forgot Zack Snyder jerks off Superman into a cup.
It's like they had all the different scripts for this movie, like in a pile. It's like, oh, what are we gonna do
Threw
with
him
all
into
these?
a hat.
No, I was like, what are they gonna do with all these leftover scripts? And then the intern like tripped and fall and had to like scatter. And it's like, hold on, I gotta grab all the paper. And it's like, here's the finalized script.
And what bothers me the most is a lot of people are kind of like, oh, you can't. They need to just focus on one of them. The Daredevil season 2 has the exact same problem, and I still love that because Daredevil season 2 it's all over the place, but I at least enjoy the fact that like all the characters are written well and they're good. Like the Punisher is good and Elektra is good, even though they're completely unrelated. It's like
It's not impossible.
no, it's not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some plot problems.
It's not
but
easy either, but it's
I'm
not,
enjoying it.
Like
Hard.
with Batman vs Superman, it felt very much more like a Batman movie than a Superman movie. Because like I feel like does Superman have like 5 minutes screen time?
Which,
No.
you know what?
It's a Batman movie
I
where
appreciate
Superman's like a side character.
No,
It's a
Batman's the best
Batman
part
movie
of
where
the movie.
Superman's a dickhead.
Yeah, but to be fair,
You acting like you never
the
was.
Batman segment.
No, I mean, but like,
Well,
yeah, obviously he always been, but like he just
Christopher
threatens-
Reeve Superman is honestly just an all-around good guy.
Yeah,
I feel
he's
like-
Superman.
I don't know.
He's like, hey, you stay out of the road. Whereas he'll be like, if you stay in the road, I'll fucking break your neck.
I feel
You
like
piece of shit, kid.
Mashups.
They played the Chop Suey Crocodile. I bumped it with my elbow and it clicked play.
Oh my god.
That's the next song on the list of the playlist.
Wow,
Uh,
that's great.
No, I just feel like back in the 70s, Superman was just like, let's just make him a good guy because we have the Cold War going on. We need
We
Americans to
just
be
need
happy.
yeah.
But now it's like everyone wants like dark and
Everything's dark. Everything sucks. People die.
yeah.
The world is a
The
horrible
edgy
place.
phenomenon of the
Yeah.
They
fucking
spend a-
90s.
They spent a really long time like making Superman like he's not perfect. He isn't going to
He's
save
an
you.
alien.
Yeah, they're like
He's gonna kill us all.
yeah. I don't know.
Terrorist!
Terrorism. Is Superman a terrorist?
Is this
Everyone-
still terrorism if it's from space?
Everyone loves The Dark Knight, but I really fucking hate what it's done to superhero movies because it's like
Everything's gotta be dark and gritty now.
yeah.
Alright, let's be honest. That started though with fucking comics, with Sin
Yeah.
City coming out, and then everyone.
Oh
being
yeah,
like,
no.
Sin
I mean,
City is
comics have
popular.
always been dark.
Yeah, but
I'm talking
it
especially
started in the
DC wise,
90s.
though.
Yeah.
With the
DC
90s
definitely.
grunge.
Yeah, the
like,
90s
thing.
weird grunge era where they went, hey, Sin City's popular, let's have Frank Miller write a Batman comic. And then he did. And then all of DC became that.
Yeah,
Like-
DC really did just turn into like this horrible, dark, demonic wasteland.
That was one thing that for me always.
Even though it's not all that, I feel like they were like, I mean, during that exact same time, they're like, Death of Superman and all of this. It's like, why can't we just have like, that's why I love Blackest Night, Brightest Day, because it's like, it has good tones and it has dark tones. Like, you don't need to have 100% sadness.
Yeah, I like how they feel they have to point out that the rest of the movies aren't going to be like, oh, The Flash isn't going to be dark and gritty.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
they said that
Come see The Flash, please.
They said that about Aquaman, and then the Wonder Woman director's like, Wonder Woman is very dark. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
And
no.
she's like, it has points of humor, but,
That's one thing to me is how I was always able to kind of separate the two companies, even as like a kid, is that Marvel was always the more kind of more gritty, realistic.
Uplifting,
Yeah.
Later.
Even though DC was the more like uplifting, like okay, I'm a kid, I like superheroes, I like Superman.
I'm a
Green
squid
Lantern.
now.
Hey, you got it.
And Sync.
Right. You know what really pisses me off?
You have bug juice on your
black
hand.
people.
Well, yeah, but but you know what? You know what really
Cyborg's
pisses me
top
off?
half.
Cut that out. You know what really pisses? Fuck. Talking about the fucking phenomenon and shit with DC and how Superman was made. The S stands for hope. It's a symbol of my peace. It's a fucking S. Like,
And how in this
How
one
cool of
she-
an Easter egg would it be if they had like the Blue Lantern symbol and like it stands for hope? Like Superman could have just said that, like you just saw it. Because I mean, that's like the best part of like the DC universe is all like the characters like get it. There's so many great quotes in the DC universe, and they're just too busy like shoving my dick with like Superman's a piece of fucking shit. And it's like stop. It's like. I don't know. Same thing with Batman though. I love Batman in this movie because they went like
Batfleck is
they
Ben
went
Affleck
like
was
full.
very good.
Batman is like the best part of this whole movie.
Best part of this movie.
he's
But
the only thing.
that's because they went like full crazy psychopathic like 20-year-old Batman.
Like he's
that
been
just-
doing this for a while.
like,
he doesn't give a shit anymore.
He doesn't give a shit anymore. He's like an old teacher that's just like, I'm retiring in 2 years. I can fail you for writing. Why?
Yeah.
It's like he doesn't care. He has no rules, and no one's gonna like stop him. And that's why I hate Superman, because Superman's like that piece of shit kid that's like, I'm gonna fight you in class, and then
Yeah.
when he does, the teacher's like,
That's a
Fucking do it.
very good
Yeah,
way to
yeah,
put it.
actually.
That's
Yeah.
probably the best way I've ever heard it put.
Fucker straight up reverse DDTs someone
Yeah.
during the fight scene.
Yeah.
That's a thing that he does.
oh no, Batman murders people.
Oh, yeah, he does murder
not
people.
care. He grabs a car filled with guys and slams it into another car filled with guys. It's like you can't. He's a 50 cal in the Batwing and
He does.
he explodes a truck. And one thing I hate about this movie especially is how it's placed in the timeline. I hate timelines. I hate that.
Oh, this one is after Man of Steel, but
It goes if I wanted to watch them in how they would appear if they were a normal movie made by a normal company that understands what it wants to do, it would go Man of Steel, Suicide Squad, Batman versus Superman. But they released it, Batman versus Superman, Suicide Squad. They're both coming out the same year. Why not just switch them? Because if we watch Suicide Squad first, we'd get to see how awesome Batfleck is early. We'd get to know his villains. And we'd get like a cool understanding. So when that like Jason Todd Joker like Robinson
Yeah.
is shown, we'd be like,
it would make sense. Oh!
Everything would make sense. Also, it'd show that Batman's actually like, fighting villains. Where in this one, the only person he really does fight
This is
is
Superman.
Superman. And generic goons.
In the
Yeah.
beginning
Yeah.
that he brand.
We don't see any like,
Save
Batman villains.
Save Martha from who?
We're stuck with Superman, Lex Luthor villain, but we're not stuck with any. They could have just put like Calendar Man in as like a cameo or crazy
There
Quiltman.
was actually there's a bunch of hints to Calendar Man.
Oh, I bet
You
there
know
is.
what?
Where did they get?
Instead of,
Where did
instead
Lex?
of changing the order. Why not? I'm sorry. Do you want to go?
No, I was gonna say, where did Lex Luthor get all the people from? They just sort of appeared. He's like,
What was Lex Luthor's motivation?
Money.
Why did he hate
I-
Superman?
Shane McMahon's theme.
The way I've always seen Lex Luthor is he's like he thinks he's like the perfect Adonis man,
Yeah.
and he's got an inferiority complex because there's a man who exists that's better than him.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it. I see him as like the dark version of Tony Stark,
Yeah.
but
He's the
this
Joker.
Lex Luthor
He's the Joker.
is the Joker. And
Like,
I
he's
honestly
always-
want to see Jesse Eisenberg's
Like, he's
Joker.
like,
I want to see Jesse Eisenberg's Joker
Oh, he's
now
twitchy.
after seeing this.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see Jared Leto's Joker.
yeah,
So, oh Jesus Christ. So
I'm not ready for
on
that.
the scale of talking about movie order, why don't we just I don't know, just fucking cancel Suicide Squad? Just
Yeah,
get rid of it.
honestly, I feel like people are gonna get confused seeing this movie because
Yeah.
And
like,
the Blitz-
average movie
unless
going
they
public.
open up and explicitly like before the events of Batman vs Superman, and then
in the
If
Blitz,
they released it normal, they wouldn't have to be like, oh, by the way.
I've never liked the idea of releasing movies out of order to like bring the greater effect. Like I'm
Marvel
sorry,
doesn't do it because Marvel knows it's stupid.
because it's dumb. Like as soon as Marvel started releasing sequels and now third movies in like the Thor trilogy, the Captain America trilogy, now it's starting to get all convoluted.
Thor 2
Where does
Dark
Thor,
World.
where does Thor 2 fit into the Avengers timeline? The
Doesn't.
entire
He
universe.
just needs a solo film.
Like I don't know where all that it's so much convolution and confusion. I don't know where everything belongs. And
How many people
there-
demanded that Thor sequel?
And I think the funny thing is, there's only 2 movies out for the DC universe right now, and we're already confused. And
It's because they're doing it
Badly.
completely backwards. This was pretty much a Justice League movie.
I will find him.
I will find him.
I will find him. And then there's, he's coming! He has hurt the ring!
It's just, I think the problem is, they were like,
Ding, 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 ding.
the DC executives all sat around the table and they're like,
He needs a tissue.
I feel like,
Do it.
No, he needed a tissue.
Oh, yeah.
He has a big drippy nose.
He did.
I feel like at the same time as
I
year, Marvel and DC got like, we're at a boardroom, both at the same time, like 2005. And they're like,
that's about right.
hey, we own all these things.
Yep.
Let's make movies. And then Marvel was like, that's cool. What if
Let's
we
start out with the
created-
individuals.
They're like, what if we created a huge setup that would lead into an Avengers movie where we get to see all these people come together because that's what people want to see.
That's a great idea.
And then the people at DC were like, how about we do a movie where we lead into the Justice League, but let's focus on movies first, and the Justice League stuff will just come later. That won't be.
It'll
too
just
long.
happen.
The problem is the 2 movies they started out with were Superman Returns and Batman Begins. And I think they realized that they wanted to continue making these Batman Begins movies.
Forever.
But by the time they came out with Green Lantern, they should have realized. I think they realized they were like, "There's no way we can have this disgusting Hal Jordan be in the same room as this Christian Bale Batman because they just exist in 2 entirely different universes, and they just couldn't put them together. It just clashed too much, and they must have been like, RIPs don't work, and then they were like, well, why don't we just try doing a Justice League in the Nolan verse? That still doesn't work because the Batman
it
they
would never
want,
work.
the world they want to build,
Yeah.
cannot fit in a Justice League Avengers type scenario.
No, because that world would be far too big to fit all those characters and everything else.
It's far too real.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
point
you're
too.
not wrong.
Like there's the reason why people like those movies so much is because it feels like I'm watching real life events that happen. Dark Knight Rises not so much.
No,
but like
Rises is a little odd.
I mean, look at the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight feels like just like actual bank heist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, do it.
You feeling trapped?
I don't wear shirts underneath the sewer.
Batman. They made me wear a mask for this movie.
How was it, Vince?
I was in Deception. I played some dude with a mustache.
I'm Mad Max.
I'm Batman.
I am Batman.
I've had sore throat for 23 years.
We could have got him as Rick Flag in our Suicide Squad movie, and he quit.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he was almost in
He
Suicide
was
Squad.
Rick Flag.
God.
Yeah.
He quit to do Mad Max.
No,
You
yeah.
know
I'm
what?
saying.
Oh, thank God for Tom Hardy.
Honestly,
Yeah.
thank you. It's like I couldn't picture anyone else in Mad Max other
Yeah,
than
really. He
Tom
was
Hardy
really
did.
good in Mad Max.
And then, you know what? Fucking as much crap as I'm going to get for it, the guy they got for Rick Flag is probably one of the only people that I'm actually considering credible in that movie.
Jack Courtney?
Yeah, well, I think.
No, it's
I
not
don't
Jack
know what his
Courtney.
name
That's
is.
Captain Boomerang.
I
Even
don't
though
know.
actually,
Wait, oh, Rick Flag. Okay,
Rick
you're right,
Flag.
you're right.
his name
yeah,
is
yeah.
his name is Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah.
Joel
He's
Kinnaman.
RoboCop.
He was in RoboCop,
He was
and
RoboCop.
he did a very, very good Alex Murphy.
I haven't seen it.
Like,
I didn't care. I
it-
was like, no
he,
offense.
to me, he portrayed Alex very well, and it was.
that movie's unrelated, but I think that movie's kind of
Is it Jackie Earle Haley
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
movie?
we'll get into
It's a little
He is,
underrated.
And Michael Keaton.
and Joel Kinnaman shoots him in the face. Actually,
Rorschach.
anyway, so
Where were we? Nolanverse.
Nolanverse.
I just feel like it doesn't work in a DC situation where, from like the get-go, Marvel never went dark. They just were like, let's just make.
These are kind of big, colorful superheroes.
They're just like,
they
let's
should be.
make a fun movie where people can laugh and eat popcorn and spend money.
Yeah.
And
And it works.
Where I can picture showing a little child Iron Man 1, even though he has sex in a plane and he has strippers with Terrence Howard.
Iron Man 1 is such like
and
a
there's terrorism
fun-
and like all this horrible stuff.
All these darks, but it's still
It could be turned into a
movie.
dark movie, but the way they handled it is just so well that they just make you want to eat popcorn and enjoy a movie. And
But
spend
they don't
money.
have demons fly from the sky and then punch Batman in the face.
And Batman
it's-
doesn't snap a man's neck.
And Superman doesn't show up and laser 2 people in half in front of Batman.
He
I
doesn't
can't
destroy
show-
an entire city.
I couldn't picture showing my kid like
Batman
Batman
vs.
vs
Superman.
Superman because there is a scene where Batman is about to stab Superman through the chest, and I feel like if I show that,
Justice in the face.
it's just really dark, and I mean, it's the whole movie has like a lot of like dark stuff. Same thing with Man of Steel.
His mom gets shot
Even
in
the
the
original
face. Right in the face.
That's
He has the gun right here. What else is he gonna shoot?
There's
Yeah.
someone grandma age like
I love that
bleeding
shot.
profusely through
I
the
love that
face,
shot.
like innocent white hair. It's like this lady
It was
so
a really
sweet.
good shot.
Like she makes
cinematically.
she makes cookies for the bake
That's what
sale.
Zack
now.
Snyder knows how to
She's
do.
Zack
He's
Snyder's
able to like
like, hey.
make a storyboard off something someone's already drawn.
Yeah.
Drawn.
Yeah, but I feel like there's also I feel like also some of that comes from Nolan
Oh,
because
definitely.
when we're talking about the Nolan verse, like a
He
lot
produced
of
this film.
yeah, because like all right, let's be honest. One of the reasons it's fucking Batman centric is because
No,
Christian Bale. I love the guy, but he didn't fucking play Batman. He
No.
didn't. That was not Batman. Whatever he was fucking doing, that's
He did
not,
what-
He's not credited as Batman in any of the films. In all of them, it says Bruce Wayne. I think in the first one it says Bruce Wayne / Batman.
Are you serious?
But in all of them it says Bruce Wayne.
That's actually kind of awesome.
That's kind of fucking awesome. But he didn't play Batman. He played some dude who had a very hoarse voice. Not his fault. They put him in a suit that he couldn't breathe
I
in.
like how they felt the need to say, like, to give an explanation why Ben Affleck has, like, a voice in this movie.
I like that part though.
Where he pulls out the thing.
The microphone.
Alfred's
Yeah.
talking to the microphone.
But
Yeah.
like it worked well. Like Affleck does an incredible Batman.
Everything in
This
the
is-
movie, everything in the movie that has to do with Batman.
Yeah,
Why
this is
does-
the one
It's good.
page to screen that actually really worked.
Why does Batman have to change his voice yet Superman just takes off his glasses?
Because Superman
Because
is
we're
an
fucking-
idiot.
Yeah, no.
Like-
Because Superman was written in the 30s when no one gave a shit.
Yeah.
Superman written in the 30s when the biggest problem was trying to survive because they lived in the Great Depression.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, that's why he was created. He was created so little boys could be like,
I'm
gonna be
Superman.
like him one day. And you're like, yes.
Leaps buildings in a single bound.
The parents are like,
yeah,
I can't wait till he
also
stops
he can
reading.
fly.
It was a cheap way to keep kids entertained.
The
and
parents
also
are-
keep kids reading and keeping our education high.
The parents
it was just a stupid way to keep us entertained. I'm not saying
Keep
comics
kids
are
from
the
watching
same
the
thing,
news and
but
finding how bored
yeah,
The parents are like, I can't wait till they finish reading that book so I have toilet paper.
Man, this Hitler fella.
yeah, no.
That's right, that is about that
That's
time.
why Superman exists, and the same thing with Captain America is Captain America was written in a time, and they had to figure out
fight
how to
the
bring
fucking
him out.
Nazi.
Yeah, really. They were like, we have to figure out how to bring him out
have a
of
book
this.
cover of him punching Hitler. And
I have that as
everyone's
a
like, yeah.
I have that as a 2 foot by 3 foot poster sitting right over
We're
there.
talking about Batman vs Superman, Andrew.
Okay.
Oh right.
Please
The
shut
fucking-
up, Andrew. We're trying to stay on topic here, okay?
Sorry, Mr. Mendoza.
Yeah. Okay, you don't need to call me that.
Okay.
You know he's probably gonna listen to this one day because
No,
he's our editor. You used to make such a big fucking deal that I'm the editor,
I'm gonna edit all of it.
and he's never done it once.
He doesn't even have a working computer.
He really doesn't.
He gave me his computer to fix, and like I can't fix it, and he's never asked for it back.
I'm gonna edit it on
amazing.
my PlayStation 4.
Shoves into plate.
This
Shoves phone into the PlayStation 4 disk drive. It's not working.
this
All right, speaking of Batman,
this episode of M0V.log sponsored by Cheez-Its. Anyway.
This is
Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, no one likes Wonder Woman. You can talk about her.
I really liked Wonder Woman.
I've mixed.
I really liked Wonder Woman.
Alright, so-
Noah throwing up
so
his
I'll
own mouth
put it
with the
this
thought
way.
of Wonder Woman.
I'll put it this way.
I know you didn't like Wonder Woman.
Through initial thoughts, because I've thought about this a lot because it keeps me awake at night. Gal Gadot.
He wakes up screaming at like 3 in the morning. Oh,
Gal
God.
Gadot.
Gal Gadot?
Gal Gadot.
King Gal Gadot.
Guy Gardner plays an
Good play. Good throw, dumbass.
plays an okay
Diana.
Wonder Woman.
Oh, that would.
Yeah, she plays a decent Wonder Woman. The fighting is all there. The personality traits are all there. She acts I'm talking not when she's in the personality. I'm talking reveal and afterwards.
She looks like she could have taken Doomsday on her own.
She looked,
Probably,
she looked
honestly.
badass. She fit the role very well. She came in when we were doing it, the theater was fucking hype when that happened. Like it.
So just watch Batman kick the shit out of Superman. Who won the hype?
For real.
She was really good in the sense that a lot of her character traits involving fighting, involving everything else, it looked like she was a warrior. She felt like a warrior. It was great. Now her alter ego was shit. It was, again, not Gal Gadot's fault, but I'm also not going to give Gal Gadot any credit, to be completely honest, because most of the badassery was done through, I don't know, fucking CG and writing and choreography. Like, it came down to she was satisfactory as Wonder Woman. She played the part as she should have and got the things right. She didn't do anything that really sparked any sort of, like...
She'd do anything out of the ordinary. She was just alright.
Yeah. She didn't do anything that I was like, that's definitely Wonder Woman or anything like that. Half of the shit was just the wardrobe.
She had the lasso at like one point in the fight.
That was like just a weird reveal out of nowhere.
It was, 'cause I was like,
Godzilla had nuclear breath in Godzilla.
That was exciting because you expected him to have it. And you
I expected her to have the lasso of truth. I'm just saying, like it didn't.
I didn't expect her to use it against the fight against like freaking King Kong.
I am gonna give Wonder Woman one thing though.
Sloth's
She's the only one who wants to fight Doomsday.
Batman.
She goes out of her way to fight Doomsday. Batman is running away.
I love that!
I do too.
What is
No, I love that
was
too.
Batman was running away. Superman was taking swimming lessons.
Yeah, no, Superman wasn't doing anything. Superman didn't want to fight Doomsday. The only person who like smiled and was having a good time was Wonder Woman. She gets like bitch slapped by Doomsday and she's like, heh, and then she gets back in and fights. I'm like, thank you, because you're the only one who wants to be here.
Yeah. Fucking... Let's talk about that.
What?
Let's talk about how the way they wrote Superman to only want to get his dick wet and not do anything else.
Oh my god.
Like,
He literally did get his dick when he jumped into the tub.
Yes.
The boy-
Like I said.
the man calls himself a hero, praises himself, sucks his own cock, makes himself morally responsible for the lives of millions of innocent people on a daily basis.
Yes.
He then, on repeated occasion, chooses one person,
Over the
his shitty ass girlfriend that gets herself in trouble more than the fucking U.S. kicks people out of this fucking country. That was a political
She
statement.
almost was in the.
She, like...
I honestly, she really brought the movie down.
She gets herself in trouble.
She really did.
She gets herself in trouble more than Trump says racist bullshit. Okay? Like, Lois Lane does something stupid, and then immediately she's like,
Lois Lane.
help!
and then Clark's like, I'll save you. Just let me ignore these 300 burning babies in this orphanage.
Superman also doesn't blame. Like he always blames himself, but it's like you're not the problem. If it wasn't for
Lois
Lane-
threw that stick in the water, and now you have to go get it.
She was the problem in like the whole movie.
did
She fucking gets rid of the only weapon that can kill Doomsday.
She gets rid of it
And-
not even knowing what it is.
Yeah, like to give.
She just threw it away.
She
because
knew that it
was
hurt
told to.
Clark. Like
No one
to
told her
give
to do
her.
anything
No, she was
No,
just like.
she was told to by the script.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
no.
like all right, look.
The script told her to throw the thing in the way.
To give counter arguments credit, yes, Superman can't save everyone that's in trouble at the same time.
But he could do
you
a lot.
can choose the good of the many over the good of one bitch. And
The
second
needs of the
thing-
many outweigh the needs of the few.
She can
Yeah.
do a lot better than she did. Transformers 3. She can do a lot better than she did in. Yeah, that's not no problem. He could have done a lot better of a job than he did in the actual movie.
And then she fucking.
He could have looked right and stopped that guy in the wheelchair with the bomb. Because
Yeah.
that's all he had to do.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The whole Capitol building explodes.
He was like,
that's
he was like, I wasn't looking, and it's like you just had to turn to your right. It's like you can't.
You have freaking superhero. You don't hear like you don't smell a bomb.
The
I don't know how
motherfucker.
Superman works. He can probably do whatever the fuck he wants.
He can because he. I mean,
He
Superman
notices before a bullet launches out of a gun.
Yeah.
Milliseconds before a bullet is fired and goes out of a gun.
able
You
to
can
catch-
hear a fucking bomb.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sorry, but he looked and he like knew the bomb was gonna go off for a good like 2 seconds. Like when
He turns to the right, and then the guy
turns
looks
and-
at him, and he's like,
and then Superman's like, "Oh no!" And then the bomb goes off, and he just lets. In that time, couldn't
Honey Hunter.
theoretically Superman just grabbed the chair and thrown him through the roof?
he has freeze breath. Why
Let's-
doesn't he just push him far?
let's give...
Even though he couldn't have saved everyone,
Why
he could
didn't
have
he
saved one.
laser the gas?
Let's give another thing.
Lois Lane.
Assuming
Lex Luger.
Lex Luger,
Lex
wrestler.
Luger.
Assuming Lex Luthor told this guy to do this because he'd have a crack at Superman. Who is the fucking idiot that honestly thought that he could kill Superman with a bomb?
He doesn't know, I guess.
Zod, like, alright, previously, in the accident that crippled this man, Zod punched him through a building, and he was just like, okay.
To be fair,
Like-
Devil's advocate for Lex, I feel like it was more of a
I thought it-
framing. Like,
Yeah.
look, you are a horrible person, and that is completely true.
yeah,
It wasn't
my my entire thoughts on that scene was that the entire bomb situation was made to make it look like Superman blew up the entire building, not to actually try to kill Superman. That's how I saw the scene. I was
Yeah.
like, you know
No,
what, that's fair.
But
That's
he
how I saw
probably
it,
made
too.
like Scoot McNairy think he's like, well,
Yeah.
you know, you'll be helping me.
No,
Kill
that-
Superman.
my-
He's like, okay, my legs are gone.
Yeah, my question was the reasoning,
Do the boss
which
boss.
was just like, did he tell
Boss
him...
boss.
Did he tell him that you are sacrificing yourself in order to frame Superman?
Probably.
Or did he tell him you're gonna kill
Nah,
Superman?
man, that's
Probably
that's
told-
in
That
the
would have
three-
been an
that's in
interesting
the 3 hour
scene.
edit.
That would have been
Yeah.
an interesting scene, like him just telling him to be like,
With the
you need to
extended
die,
fight scene that we don't.
so we can hurt Superman, and like that'd be just a really interesting
He's
scene.
like, all right. It's not like he has family anymore.
In the end, they just showed
he doesn't have legs anymore.
they showed Batman reading checks that said "You let your family die," and then he went.
I have to kill Superman now.
It's just,
That was a dumb scene.
the fight though
The fight was.
Alright.
is amazing.
When
Fuck.
Can I talk about one scene?
No.
Can I talk about one scene that really bothered me in the entire movie? The scene
Whole
where
movie.
one scene in particular, I was like, during the movie, I was like, this is ridiculous. When Batman's looking through the computer tapes and he sees like the lineup of 4 of Aquaman, Cyborg, Flash, Wonder Woman.
Oh, you mean Justice League tie-in?
Yeah, and he's looking through and he's like, I have time to watch these like 2-minute video clips. of
You're
every
wrong.
single One of them.
You're wrong. If you saw the movie, you'll know he sent that email
To Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman's like, I want to check my email before I get in the flight. Whoa, Bruce Wayne IM'd me. She's like, hey, you up? Check out Justice League.
Like that's
And she's like, whoa, what's this?
Bitch,
Oh,
you
yeah, what's
up?
this one?
it
We're
just
getting a
seems-
Justice League movie next year.
Next year.
And
Next
then we're
November,
getting,
I believe.
and then are we getting all of our standalones? Is that how the order's going?
No, we're getting
No,
Wonder
no.
Woman early
We're
next
getting
year.
Wonder Woman
We're-
and- Wonder
then,
Woman.
and then Wonder Woman and then Justice League.
And then Justice League.
Are
And then
they-
we're getting 3 movies a
And then
year.
we're getting
Are they-
Flash, Aquaman,
And
They're trying to
Aquaman.
release.
possibly Bitman.
Oh no, that's gonna be our.
And then it's Justice League Part 2. And then it's
Is it the Batman?
And then it's
written
Cyborg
by Affleck?
standalone.
and then it's
Yes,
Cyborg
he's directing it
standalone
too.
film, and then it's Green Lantern sequel.
But I don't want to. We're gonna live in a world where we're gonna be getting 3 Marvel movies and 3 DC movies every year. 2 is already too much. It hurts me to believe that I have to see Suicide Squad later this year. It's
Yeah, we gotta see that one.
like and Doctor Strange.
But Batman is gonna.
Is Doctor Strange this year?
Yes.
Batman, Doctor Strange is November 6th, 2017.
And we have Civil War this year.
1993.
I just don't know why. I don't know what's the point of having 2 is already a lot. It used to be 1 a year, and then it turned into 2.
Superhero movie fatigue is happening.
It turned into fucking 3 after.
I'm really
after the
glad-
whole fucking scandal in the Marvel writing room where Joss Whedon left and he went, "Oh yeah, it's shit in there."
It got to a point where he stood up. He's like, "I'm done."
I'm
Yeah.
glad that they're
He's like,
almost.
Probably like the whole place was on
Got up
fire.
after Avengers 2. He's
Yeah.
like, "I want to go home.
It's
I never
just-
want to direct another movie ever."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Clearly, you people are just doing this to make money and not really actually writing
To
anything.
give
Yes.
credit to those Marvel guys, though, the amount of shit they have to go through every day to be told like what movie to make, and they have like no freedom, but to still
The only one who got out was kind of Joss and Edgar Wright. 'Cause
Edgar Wright.
He
Yeah.
didn't even get in all the way. He was getting in the door, and they're like, "Oh wait, take off your shoes." He's like, "Whoa, it's this kind of house. Fuck you guys, I'm out."
No, it was just I feel like when you look at it, especially with Marvel, they're so restricted. It is like horrible what they
Yeah,
have to go through.
agreed.
Because they can't make the movie they want to make with the character they want to make, and they can't tell the story they want to make because, like, look at Iron Man 3. They're like, hey, what if we put Iron Patriot in? People want to see Iron Patriot, and they're like, we can't do that. We don't own Spider-Man. That's normal. No, we can't. No, that's not how it works. And they go, put Iron Patriot in the movie. Just don't make it Norman Osborn. Make it. Who could we get to be Iron Patriot?
President of the United States.
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle.
And they're like, no, Don Cheadle's already in the movie. He's War Machine. Make it Iron Patriot. To the point where he's not Iron Patriot anymore because they realized how fucking stupid that was.
Yeah.
It's like they just do
It's like if they brought it back now, not that they have Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It
I
would
will
be
say
stupid.
something,
Yeah,
for Civil War, I am ordering a shirt that says, "If Don Cheadle dies, we riot."
I know. We've already gotten 2 black guys. We can't get 3. Three's too.
Three's too much. We gotta kill one of them.
2's a couple. 3's a crowd. It's like we can't have a crowd of black people. We can only have 2. I mean, we don't even
We
know.
obviously want to keep the cool one, which we haven't seen yet. And we want to keep the one that can fly.
Yeah, they both can fly,
We want
but
to keep the one that can fly that.
But one has
glasses
a
on.
gun.
All right.
Exactly. That's why we need them dead. Black people with guns are too dangerous.
Jesus Christ.
yeah,
This
look
got
up this.
this got dark.
It's true though.
Anyway,
Speaking of Batman versus Superman.
I get it because they're black, they're dark.
I don't know. I just feel like this movie captures everything I hate about superhero movies, but also everything I love about superhero movies.
Listen to me now. Lois, she's the key. Am I too soon? No, I'm too soon.
This movie has no after credit scene.
They do. It's in the middle of the climax.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
What are you talking about? It's clearly right there when
You're not
everyone checks
wrong.
your email.
I'm just saying this.
God.
I'm just saying this. How awesome would it have been if the after credit scene they keep the stupid Justice League computer 30 videos in the movie?
right.
Put that in the movie. Have it just be like Batman stumbles upon it, and you're just like, okay, that's cool. And then the end of the movie after credits is Batman's like walking into his house. He like does a cool thing where like he takes off his suit and everybody's like, oh, cool. Batman's he's like
He got home okay.
He's like taking a sip of his drink and he goes to sleep and he's just tired. And everyone's like, ha ha ha. Like that's the after credit scene. It'd be like the end of Avengers when like he's like Batman went to go to have a nap
Shawarma.
because he's so tired. And then that's like the mid credit scene. And then if we waited all the way to the after credit scene.
Oh my god.
Kevin Costner shows
That's
up.
the scene where the Flash shows up and he's like, Lois is the key. You were right about him. And then he just wakes up and he's like, I need to start a Justice League. Like that, it would have been so much
It
cooler
would've made sense, though.
to see the Flash at the end of the credits because everyone would have been like, could you imagine going to the end of the credits in the theater and just being like, holy shit, was that the Flash? And he's saying Superman's still a bad guy? What is happening? Like people would have freaked
You
out.
know what they're gonna do with Justice League? You know what they did with this one? How the end of Man of Steel was, and then the beginning of this was Batman running around at the end of Man of Steel?
Yeah.
In Justice League, it's gonna be Flash running around while they fight Doomsday.
That'd actually be really funny. If they're
Every movie is like a previously on.
every movie's a previously on or a we are sorry. This is why we wanted it. Please don't hate us anymore.
I love how they felt the need to point out in every scene they're like, oh, but it's uninhabited. Like when Doomsday fell down, they're like, oh, Stryker's Island, it's uninhabited. Or when they land to fight
We
Doomsday.
drop a nuke.
Yeah, Wonder Woman's like, why'd you bring him back to the city? And Batman's like, oh, we're on the waterfront. No one's here, don't worry, it's an abandoned.
Except for the dead corpses I just murdered on the way out. They're fine though. They're dead. I killed them. I saw to that. I have a
After I
gun.
exploded it.
There's about 20 dead goons in the shed.
Yeah, we need a little snack.
I stabbed my batarang through their neck over and over again.
A guy stabbed me, so I took it up and I fucking Halloweened him into the wall.
All right, let's be honest. Another thing on the Batman
awesome.
killing front. So he had the brand.
Pile drive the man into the floor.
That, and he had the fucking brand, right?
Oh,
And he
yeah.
went to
I hate
punch
the
Lex
brand.
Luthor in the head, right?
Do
I
it.
thought he did at first.
If he
I
had
was like,
actually
"Whoa!"
punched Lex Luthor in the head, he would have died! Because, like,
the
that's
wall.
a metal thing! Like,
It
that
was
is,
made to fight Superman.
that's putting on brass knuckles and then just
lighting on fire.
lighting it on fire and then putting the full force of a semi-truck behind him.
Lights come back on and it's like his dented head is blood
like
everywhere.
shattered.
It's just smeared up
I
against
heard
the
the
side of the
greatest
wall.
idea ever. Because I heard people say,
His
like,
head's just on
oh,
fire.
why didn't he just make kryptonite bullets? It's like, why didn't he make kryptonite brass knuckles? He could just punch this shit out of Batman, Superman forever.
Luther actually fucking does that in the comics.
Really?
In the fucking power suit, he
Oh,
makes
that
the
makes
gloves
so much
kryptonite.
sense.
I'm still mad that the villain of this movie is Doomsday and not Lex Luthor in a power suit.
Yeah.
Because I think
People would have been like, people would have said it looks stupid. People would have been like, Jesse Eisenberg, Iron Man.
Oh, it's almost.
I still think-
it's the same thing with fucking. Oh, Commissioner Gordon as Batman looks stupid because the robot suit has bunny ears, and I'm like, get the fuck over.
I think this
yourself.
movie doesn't need a villain though. It doesn't need Lex Luthor, or it doesn't need anyone. I think if you want to put Lex Luthor in it, have him not
on the
be
side, just being
being a villain, just him being a piece of shit.
and being
And then the movie should
Maybe we can
end.
explore upon that in Man of Steel 2.
The movie should end with Batman and Superman teaming up and being like, "Let's go kick the shit out of Lex Luthor. We got nothing else better to do. He's a scrawny little kid." And when they show up,
he like turns around, he's like, "Whoa!" and like he's creating Doomsday.
oh no, I was gonna
And
say,
then they got Doomsday for Justice League.
I was gonna
Caught me.
I was gonna say, don't do Doomsday because Doomsday is a fucking stupid storyline that they only created to make Superman have a character arc. And
They only
never help.
created him so they can do the disaster porn that was so successful with the first movie.
All right, bitch looks like fucking Sloth from the Goonies brother. if
I
he got
said
the
that
Hulk treatment.
right when we were watching it. I looked over at Chris and I'm like, is that so?
All right, one of my biggest fucking problems with Doomsday, aside from the fact that they're just trying to give Superman a fucking storyline and kill him off because Zack Snyder wants to wank a bit more, is that fucking... All right, I can understand a mutation happening, right? Like, if they're like, oh, the mutation, it'll make the body mutate. I can understand that, but that doesn't make him 4 times the size Zod was!
I remember in the trailer, they're like, "What the fuck, Doomsday looks stupid," and they're like, guys, he's gonna evolve in the movie. Shut up, you haven't seen the movie yet. The version we saw in the trailer is the evolved version.
Yeah.
He looked worse before. He had no spikes. He just looked like a big gray dumb blob.
I mean, the bone
of,
spurs, I guess, make him look kind of better, but before that, he was just like a big, like, snowman, like,
Fucker shoot the whoops! He's just so stupid.
he's like a green, shitty version of Michelin, man, like,
It's fucking Shrek! It's
Yeah,
Shrek in a real life movie.
It's Shrek.
Get out of me swamp!
He's created from human DNA and Kryptonian DNA.
How do you
Dude,
get that?
Superman, you fucking fucked Lois.
How did-
What's in her stomach? Is she going to create a baby Doomsday? Because the same thing happened. Superman could... Is that going to be the plot of the next movie? Is he just gives birth to, like, a baby Doom... I thought I heard something.
I'm attempting to harvest ice from a refrigerator.
Here, just use one of these.
I think...
Doomsday. More like
right?
Zoomsday, yeah.
Doomsday. More like
No, but I honestly...
behind the scenes action.
Here's what I think.
So then Batman is like, "Fuck you, Superman," and punches him right in the dick.
No, the movie... The way I think the movie should have ended is have Batman and Superman fight for most of the movie.
Yeah.
Because there's no need for a villain in a movie called Batman versus Superman.
Agreed.
And then at the end they're like, let's go kick the shit out of Lex Luthor because he made a fucking stupid bullet. I don't know. And they go beat his shit in. And when they go, Lex is there and he's like... Lex is there.
Just the way he said it, he's like, he makes a stupid fucking bullet, and then they go and beat his shit.
And they go to beat his shit in, and like they're kind of punching him a bit, and he's like, "Guys!" And he's like, "Stop!" And then Superman's like,
my mom's name is Martha.
and Superman's about to like snap his neck because he's a murderer. And then right when he's about to do that, Superman gets like shot in the fucking head with like a kryptonite blast. And Superman's on the ground, and Batman's like, what? Like, Batman's like, what happened? And then a fucking power suit flies down, and then
it's Green Arrow.
and it's Lex Luthor's dad because he keeps on saying it makes such
And it's Heisenberg.
no, it's Heisenberg. It's Bryan Cranston because they make such a huge point. He's like,
He zip lines it.
he makes a huge point. He's like,
He drives up in an RV.
I'll keep my father's legacy. Lex Luthor Jr. Lex was my father. Call me Mr. Luthor. He always makes that big stupid point. Make a point that Lex Luthor's dad never died. He is in this universe, and he hates Superman.
that
and I want to see Bryan
That
Cranston.
ship has sailed. It's too late now.
I want to see Bryan Cranston.
They could have done it.
This episode of M0V.log also sponsored by
Dr.
Dr. Pepper 10.
Brought to us
Superman
versus
Batman versus Superman. Thank you.
Yo, Batman vs Superman is sponsoring M0V.log.
When you think about it, it was the weird because I remember Zack Snyder came out. They always love to come out after the movie's released to say like how it was actually going to happen. Like, with Avengers,
because they're like, due to the polls, we say that this is how it's supposed to happen.
because like after Avengers 2, he was like, oh, Grey Hulk was going to be in the movie. Zack Snyder came out and he said the way that Batman was going to fight Superman was that Batman, you know how he makes the kryptonite gas? Batman was going to make a kryptonite condom, put it on his bat dick.
Could you be like,
And then he was gonna fuck Superman in
Hold
the
on.
ass.
Hold on.
That's
hold
the
on,
rated
hold
R
on.
version deleted
Hold on,
scene.
I'm looking at this Dr. Pepper can, right? It's a Batman versus Superman promoted, officially licensed Coke product.
That is now
Speak
destroyed.
English?
It's now destroyed. I just want to point out the character on the side that they choose to
played.
mass promote.
It's limited version 4 of 5.
Is
Who's on the
Lois
fucking
Lane.
5th one? It's Batman, Superman, Lex, Lois. Who's on 5?
It's probably Doomsday.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what?
I was thinking.
Fucking. My favorite part too is if you look in the background of this can. If people can fucking find a picture of this can, there's fucking in the background behind everything else are little daily planets.
We can't even afford a
Logos.
bicycle. How are we gonna get to a helicopter?
The fucking-
It's not for work. It's for that.
It's for
Get her a helicopter. Put it on the roof. She needs that helicopter. I don't know what she's using it for, but get her that helicopter. Put it on the fucking roof.
Yeah,
It's like,
definitely-
Lois Lane wants to kill herself again.
He definitely just wants to like fuck
please
Lois
do it.
Lane.
She's too much of a liability.
He does
Lois,
whatever
my
he
cousin's
wants.
name
right?
is Martha.
The fucking Perry, he definitely just wants to like pork Lois. He's always just does whatever she says. She comes in, she's like, I'm going to DC for 5 days. He's like, all right, go ahead, coach.
I'm a Pulitzer Prize winning author, writer,
Reporter.
reporter, whatever the fuck. Would you
Oh, they shoot Jimmy Olsen in the face.
Oh yeah, he's a character that they.
All
they
right,
don't have
can we
anymore.
fucking talk about that? I'm a reporter. I report that. Why the fuck are you visiting a terrorist cell?
As she sits down, she's like, Mr. Black Man in Africa, are you a terrorist? He's like, what the fuck? Who are you?
Superman crashes the roof. He's like, "What is this a setup? What the hell?"
Speaking of Superman. The thing I have with Superman is like he can. I guess he just automatically knows whenever Lois Lane's in danger because he's Superman. That's fine.
His only source of
But how
pussy
come
is
when
about
his
to
how
die.
come when his mom gets fucking captured, he's not like, whoa, I hear my mom, she's getting captured. Let me go be Superman.
Because his dick has developed some sort of fucking radioactive tracker on
we
her.
just
I
say-
don't know.
We
Like,
just
The center of Metropolis was turned into dust,
yeah.
yeah.
and then they rebuilt it in 18 months.
Can you guys
Once,
think?
like-
Do you guys want to think about how like the dream part of the movie? It's like Batman's nightmare is like the best part of the movie.
People say that takes
just-
place in the future, or like an alternate
It is.
thing.
Did
But
Superman dies.
Superman does die, but not after. Remember when the Flash shows up, and then like Green Arrow's like, "Hey, I bet you if I Green Arrow this arrow really fast, he'll die."
Okay,
Was
that's
that
a
the part
plot.
with Thanos?
What?
Remember when we were at Acme?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
man,
he gets
right,
shot with-
Darkseid.
and he gets shot with the arrow.
Yeah.
Oh, Darkseid is the thing.
Yeah.
Darkseid.
What?
Isn't he gonna be the antagonist of the
Oh,
second
he's their
movie?
Thanos. He's their Thanos.
He's their Thanos, and then Galactus is gonna come down with his mighty fist.
I
I actually like Darkseid. So
I got
that's-
the gauntlet of
I-
infinity.
You say you like him,
punch him in
but
the
do you
chest.
like him when DC is making him?
probably-
Because
I'll watch
I-
anything DC makes because they make real comic
'Cause
book movies.
all 3 of the big major comic book franchises are getting their big bad voodoo daddy. Marvel has been working on forever to get their Thanos.
Yes.
And they've been hyping him, but at least we've seen him. And to give him credit,
Twice.
he looks somewhat decent.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin.
We got Apocalypse coming up,
Giant purple
who
gorilla.
looks real. I know, but at least he looks somewhat decent.
Donkey Kong.
Apocalypse looks really good.
Okay.
Apocalypse looks great.
Apocalypse does. Look.
Apocalypse looked like someone was like, I read the comic,
build a
and then,
better
and then I drew what I saw from the comic.
Yeah.
And then we have DC, who just wasted their second big Superman villain, and we saw what he looked like, and we saw what they did.
Yeah.
I cannot trust them.
Nope.
With Darkseid or with anyone. I think if they were going to do anything, don't make any more Justice League movies. Just have Superman.
Don't make any more movies.
You know what?
No.
I think they should just cancel all of DC and just make Batman movies with Ben Affleck. And he
I
directs,
would be-
and he directs and writes all of them by,
I'd be
himself,
okay with
by
this.
himself.
Ben Affleck directs and writes him.
Yeah,
they're
well, he's
doing-
directing.
yeah.
he's
Oh, yeah, that's right, that's
directing
He's
right.
directing and writing the new
Yeah,
one.
the new
Yeah,
one,
that's right.
And
I have faith
I know
in-
for a
I
fact
have
that
faith
he
in
he wanted to have Riddler appear in this movie, which means there's a chance we're going to get to see Riddler. So
Riddliness? Ben Affleck?
that'll be good.
Let's just. Oh, God. Let's just burn every copy of the Suicide Squad filmings. They already reshot it once.
Yeah, to add humor, and the director's like, no. What are you saying? We need the humor. We have plenty.
Oh.
Because I think there were a few smart people who looked at the first trailer and we're like, this movie is not a funny movie. This is going to be a dark movie. And then
And
the
then
second trailer came out, and everyone's like, oh, this movie is a funny movie. And I go, no, it's not. They're lying to you. They put a song on there. They added scenes where people were doing...
That probably aren't going to be in the movie, honestly.
No, the scenes are going to be in the movie, but they're going to be dark. The movie is going to be a dark movie.
We're
but
bad
when you put
guys.
Bohemian Rhapsody to the music, and then have Harley Quinn go like this,
Yeah.
oh, it looks like a funny movie.
Yeah.
And then if you time them firing guns in time with them doing when you cut a trailer to music that is upbeat and funny, you have a movie that looks like it's a fun movie.
Well,
But-
theoretically.
Yeah, theoretically, it's not going to be a fun movie because the other trailer is completely dark and is this like this sad operatic music, and everyone's like sad and doesn't want to be there.
2.0.
I mean, when they play "Is This a Real Life" in the second trailer, Captain Boomerang's like, "Let me out of here!" and he's like screaming in
Yeah.
pain, and we watch Will Smith get beaten. But because
Read.
it's in time to Bohemian Rhapsody, and you hear every note hit when they're getting beaten, you're like, "Oh, this movie's gonna be like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's gonna be funny." Police beating and Captain Boomerang screaming because he's trapped in prison does not make it fun. They're tricking us to see this movie. So when the studios found out that they're reshooting it to add humor, everyone's like, oh, the jig is up. This movie isn't a funny movie.
No.
I have to make it funny.
No.
And then the director was like, no, don't you look at these trailers? Funny, right? This is what you wanted. This is what tested positively. And that's all this movie is. This movie doesn't know what it wants to be, so it just has like 3 different versions of itself, and everyone's like, which one do you like the best? And they go, we like the one that's most like Guardians of the Galaxy. And they go, this is the movie you're getting. And then Warner Brothers is like, fix it now, or you're fired. And the guy's like, okay, and he takes his guys and all of that. And when you
Don't you like? He's looking at like the smudge writing on his hand. He's like, "Don't you like this movie, the Super Squid?"
look at
It's
the
so weird because
it's
the
funny.
3-hour version, the 3-hour plus version for Batman vs Superman is the one that tested positive, and they're like, okay, well, I guess people like it. Let's take half an hour out of the movie, then we'll show them that.
We're bad guys.
If
It's
people-
what we do.
if people found out that there was a thing,
The main
Looks like
antagonist
looks
of
like
this
we're some kind
franchise
of
is
Suicide
DC.
Squad.
Hateful Eight did surprisingly well for a Tarantino film.
Looks like we're some kind of Hateful Eight.
If people found out they're making a 3-hour Batman movie, maybe add an intermission in there. I know it sounds stupid, but people,
No, that's a good idea.
That's a game changer.
Looks like he's
that's
some
a
kind
game
of
changer for
Batman.
superhero movies because it can
That's
show.
a game changer for movies in general. Adding an intermission in the middle.
It shows. Well, that's what they used to do, and then people got rid of it. But it
Yeah.
shows. It shows Marvel. It shows Marvel that they're like, we put more. We give people everything they want. We put more content in our movies, and we just add a 15-minute break for them to go use the restroom. They're getting everything they
I
wanted.
would love that so much.
I would
Because, like,
agree.
I always get a large fruit punch every movie. That's my
Would you not like
ritual.
This man.
I would love
It's
an
like
intermission to go to the bathroom.
10 Cloverfield Lane. I
This
was
man
like
is a
sweating like crazy.
smart man because when we were walking out of the theater and stole the drink cups, 2 dudes
You
left.
just wash
with
it out.
drink
There you go. You
Yeah.
saved like $20.
Dude's
Yeah.
smart.
I just think the thing that bothers me the most, especially with how this movie works, is when you make a movie that's 3 hours long. I mean,
Right.
you're giving people what they want because you obviously put everything you wanted in this movie. It's your creative vision.
Yes.
When you cut that out, you're going to be taking off something
Yeah.
away from someone. People won't care. If you go and say, if Zack Snyder came to Comic-Con and he's like, I know how you guys feel about Man of Steel. I understand. We want to do our best. We have made this movie 3 hours long. You are going to be getting fights. You're going to be getting a lot of Batman, a lot of Superman, character development, Justice League. You're going to be getting everything you want in enough time for all of it to be covered equally. People would be like, I'm getting to see stuff I want to see. I don't care if I have to wait 3 hours.
Yeah,
if you
really.
give me a break, I don't care. Tarantino did that, and people love Hateful Eight because Tarantino said, I give people everything they want. Tarantino action and Tarantino writing, as long as I can make it humanly possible.
Yeah.
And he gives us a break. If DC did that, Marvel would be like, yo, people are going to get mad when every time they see our 90-minute Marvel movies that we just churn out like it's made out of a factory because they want to see
Never
more.
made out of a factory at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. But all right, I will give DC one thing to merit that someone brought up to me that I thought was very interesting. DC, they are doing something smart writing wise, and that's no one can say, well, this is nothing like the comics because they're not using the comic titles.
Yeah.
When Marvel's like, Captain America Civil War, that is a comic.
Yeah.
That is an
You know how I
actual
feel about
written
this.
print. And then, so when they mess up, critics and other people have a merit and have a right to be like, that's not what the writing is at all.
Baron
Because
Zemo is the
they're-
villain of
Yeah,
Civil War.
yeah.
When? He's not in Civil War.
Where is
Crossbones isn't
we need
either.
a new Spider-Man. Peter Parker. Just swap in T'Challa, same person.
What
Like,
bothers me the most is too, like, Punisher's a really cool part of Civil War. And Punisher exists in this universe.
yeah.
And it's a cool way for you to tie in the TV universe and the normal
They
universe.
said they don't want to.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying is they just, for some reason, they don't want to put... I want to see Joe Bernthal's Punisher save a beaten up, bloody Spider-Man in a... How crazy would that be if Spider-Man gets beaten up and then Punisher picks him up and brings him to Captain America just to see the cool Punisher back in this world? It's like, why do you have to... I feel like whenever Marvel makes a movie, they're just like... How can we put this character in a movie? Because I feel like this wouldn't fly in a solo movie.
Yeah.
Is there any way we could put...
But
like
it's,
Baron
it's,
Zemo.
but
With
it's
all their-
crazy that they're making a Doctor Strange standalone.
Okay, but with all their current,
But even Doctor
the-
Strange standalone does not look like Doctor Strange.
No,
his
it's
villain's his friend in the movie, and all the clips are all like running together, having a good old time.
the things that I'm bringing up with the title thing is simply just because DC got themselves out of a giant hole by. It doesn't save anything, no, but it gives them credit to be like, all right, Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. That is not a comic. That has never been written.
Yeah.
We are allowed as far creative liberty as we can possibly go
Yep.
because we're just taking the characters and shoving them into something.
Yeah, right.
And you know what? Even though the movie was not good, they worked with it and it worked well. And that's why Batman worked well, because this wasn't a comic. This was a movie.
This wasn't any
Whereas-
Batman that was based off of anything. It was the
Whereas-
brand new idea.
Exactly. Whereas Captain America Civil War, Infinity War, it's like if anything's different in any of those things, people are going to get mad about
it's
it
Marvel, so they're
for
gonna...
That's not gonna follow on.
honest reasons.
I mean, I've given up on Marvel following after the Mandarin.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
They don't care. They really don't. They just...
I'm
don't
Iron
give
Man
a
3
crap.
in general, because the Iron Patriot too.
Yeah,
They
they just... They
give
show
a
us what we want without telling us anything because just to
Ant-Man.
get us to get our money. To get our money.
Ultron thing.
I mean, Ultron, Ant-Man,
Age of Ultron
Mandarin.
was a comic.
I mean, we didn't know
Age of Ultron.
I mean, we didn't know Iron Patriot was going to be Don Cheadle. And all we saw was Iron Patriot
think
land
it's
and go to
exactly
Air Force One.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
And then we're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's Don Cheadle.
It's
They
it's
literally explain it in like the first 2 minutes of the film.
yeah.
Yeah, they were like, oh, hey, look.
And even he's like War Machine so much better. It just and to give DC credit too is even though they like have nothing based off comics, they're like, wouldn't it be cool if we filmed that really awesome, amazing?
They're going with the Injustice thing, though.
Yeah, that's what they're going for, but they're not gonna call it that.
No, probably not.
That's what I like about Batman vs Superman. Is
Why
'cause
don't they
Batman
call
vs
it
Superman
Justice
is
League Part 1.
Death of
Justice.
It's got like so much of Death of
More
Superman.
Injustice League.
Injustice.
It's got so much of Death of Superman in it. But it's like they were writing that script and they're like, wouldn't it be cool if we filmed
Except that's
the fight
interesting.
scene from The Dark Knight Returns just shot for shot? And the guys are like, yeah, that's pretty awesome. I mean, it looks cool. And they did it and it looks cool. Like, it looks like they filmed it shot for shot.
That scene is like the good scene.
We're,
It's the best scene of the whole movie.
We're approaching a lot of time, so do you guys want to,
Final thoughts around the table.
out of 10, round the table, close up?
Noah, you will start.
It's
No way.
6.5.
Okay, fair
6.5.
Right around.
Would you like to explain yourself?
Yes. I'll put it this way, and how Chris explained it to me before we actually went and saw it, because he saw it before me. It's an enjoyable movie if you turn your brain off and you just sort of follow it for what it is and not try to be like, wait a second.
We've
hold
been having
on.
to use that defense
Like,
a lot for movies.
Which is not a good defense. That really shouldn't happen.
No.
But I will say, I'm ranking it higher than a 5 because I enjoyed it. There were parts in which I was legitimately enjoying what I was seeing on screen. A lot of the cinematics were just amazing. Like, a lot of the visuals were just great.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder is the visual director, but he just
It's-
doesn't know how to.
Why don't we just do
Exactly.
co-directing with like
It's-
him and Nolan?
And him and Nolan.
No one would do it.
It's such. There were a lot of beautiful shots. There were a lot of well executed shots. there were lines that were corny, but then later in the moment you were kind of like, oh my god. But then, obviously you think about it later and then you go, oh god, that was stupid. So it's like, it was enjoyable in the moment. There were parts that I definitely didn't like, but I came out of the theater and I was like, I did not hate that. I thought I was going to hate it, and I did not hate it.
Did not hate.
I did not hate it.
That
it was
is a
not a
three-syllable
good movie,
word.
but I did not hate it. It wasn't a bad movie. Well,
Too big for me.
well. It was an okay movie.
All right.
It was an enjoyable movie. It was not a good
It's
movie.
very okay.
Yeah.
It's very okay. Satisfactory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it that.
Renick, what do you think?
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
Here's why.
Okay.
The movie it starts out at a perfect 10 out of 10 with the Metropolis scene.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But then the movie
Immediately
stops.
go.
Immediately.
The movie
falls
stops
into it.
and breaks, and then drops it down. It's like you go out of a 10 out of 10, and then you drop it down to a 5 out of 10. It's like addition subtraction. You give me a 5, and then you lose a 5. Then it keeps on going, and it gets to the fight scene, and I go, okay, it's back at a 10 out of 10 just for that fight scene. But then the fight scene keeps on going, and keeps on going, and the villain has no point, and you realize everything happens, and then Superman dies. And I go, that's a bold strategy. Overall, this movie might be like an 8 or 9 out of 10. It was really good. It had like a lot of good points, and it went for like moves that no other movie would go for.
Oh my
and then
god,
it ends,
I repressed the end.
and then it ends, and then there's no emotional impact because Superman makes it out, and he's just happy as a clam, and it goes back down to a 5. That's just how it works. Is it just you skip forward, you go back, you skip forward, you go back. You can never like stay at a full happy point. It's like they were like, it's good. And then we gotta do this, and then we gotta do this, and then we gotta do this. It's like a ping pong table. You gotta go back and forth. But the problem is, it goes back a lot more than it goes forth. That's how I see it.
I actually completely forgot that end scene
I don't want
existed,
end scene
and then
with
you
the
reminded
dirt-
me
the
of
dirt
it. Now I'm like,
rises
oh,
up.
now I kind of want to change it, but I'll stick
All
to my
right,
story.
Chris, what's your opinion?
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
Oh, really?
Best
No, you-
film of
yes.
2016.
No, you're not.
No, I don't know. I'll give it like a. I think I've seen it the most out of any guys at this point.
Yeah,
I've seen
you
it like
have.
4 times.
Yeah,
Um,
I've seen it once.
I've seen it twice.
I would like to wait until I've seen like the 4-hour edit
Yeah.
to see what's going on with that one, or the.
But we're not
3-hour
basing
edit.
it off a 4-hour edit. We're
No,
No,
we're basing
yeah.
it on the theatrical version, the one
No,
they
yeah.
gave to us. This is the one they wanted to be treated in the big leagues.
Yeah, I guess so.
If they won the 4-hour edit in the big leagues, they would release the 4-hour edit.
What they did.
I think I'll give it like a 6 out of 10 seems fair.
Yeah.
There were a bunch of parts that I enjoyed, but like I don't know, the first hour of the movie is pretty whack.
Yeah.
It jumps like way too much after the Metropolis scene. It jumps over all over the movie, which is kind of unbearable.
Your turn, Andrew.
Oh, out of 10, I was thinking about this for a long time.
Just trying to be quiet.
And I was jumping between 5 or 6 like the entire time because I don't want to say it's a 5 out of 10 movie. That means it only did half the things right.
Because it did only do half the things right.
I agree with that, but I don't want to say that because
you agree,
I
then-
enjoyed the movie. The enjoyment factor, I'm like, 6
Flash
out of
was
10.
in it. You know what? Flash.
Oh yeah, Flash was in it. Yeah, it's a 5 out of 10.
Flash.
All right,
gives it
so
another 10 points for me. So 15. 16
Flash takes away points from me.
You know what?
because you don't like.
You like the Flash?
No,
Why not?
because it's not Batman vs Superman plus Flash plus Lex Luthor.
For me, that
plus
was Vic
Wonder
Stone. I was like, oh, look, it's Cyborg.
Woman. So I'm
He's in Teen Titan. What is he doing there?
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 just because it only did half the things
Yeah,
right.
5 out of 10 schmoes on the schmoes.
Yeah, it.
Schmeckles.
I didn't. There were parts that were enjoyable, and then
Awesome
parts that I
spectacular.
was. This is the first time I've been to the movies in a long time that I was avidly like, "What is going on?" And I'm not
It's a
enjoying.
very
it.
what
Did
the
you go to
hell
the
is,
Transformers
it's
movies?
very what the hell is happening.
Yeah, I've seen all of them on opening day,
that one came out
and
2
I
years
don't
ago.
enjoy all of them.
I have to admit, a lot of the movie, I was like,
I'm not looking
why are
forward
we
to
here?
what in this movie.
Yeah, like, I was at a scene, I'm
Like,
like,
what are we trying to accomplish in this scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That matters.
I am very not looking forward to watching this with my mom and dad because they're gonna ask me a lot of questions that I won't have the answers to.
I don't want to watch any of the rest of DC.
I just listened on something when Suicide Squad comes out.
Whereas I approach this with an open mind, I'm not.
Don't approach.
I'm not approaching Suicide Squad with anything except anger.
I approach everything with open mind, just like anal.
I kind of want to
Stay
get.
back with a
I want to get an
riot
early
shield.
review copy of those Suicide Squad. Like, I want to get the tickets to see it early because I want to I don't
Go
want to
full
see it.
buck.
I don't want to see it opening night because I hate seeing movies opening night because there's always the fans that'll cheer for anything.
Get
that
the
are given
Harley
to
Quinn
them.
jacket, and then we'll put you in
Can I?
makeup.
Can I please? But can I? I really want. If you guys want to chip in, I will buy that Harley Quinn jacket. I will not take it off. I'll wear it every day.
$3. How much is it again?
It's
$90.
$90.
90. I thought it was 70.
90's not that bad.
It's $90 for like exactly.
Alright, well that's this episode of M0V.log, Batman vs Superman, Donja. I'm Christian.
I'm Andrew.
Renick. And Noah.
Hi.
Alright.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Making it look like a